Hello, my friends, and welcome back to another week of the Pregnancy Diaries. I honestly can't believe I'm 15 weeks pregnant. This time is seriously flying, and I'm trying to document and savor every moment. Now that I am this far along and the whole world knows, I get more and more questions about the gender of the baby. As I've said before, we won't know until 20 weeks, so we've got a ways to go. In today's video, I want to further break down and explain why we won't know until 20 weeks. First though, let's do our disclaimers and advertisements. Nothing I say in these videos is medical advice. Please consult your care team on what's best for you. Also remember to subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying my videos and share them with anyone who needs this information. You can find me posting similar content on Instagram at Lauren P. Clamp and on my Substack, Schwet. I will leave the links to those in the description for you. Now, on to the video. Okay, so I know I've shared that we decided not to do a 12-week ultrasound. If you recall, I told you my doctor was fine with this from a medical perspective, but dubbed us old-fashioned for the choice. What exactly happens in a 12-week ultrasound, and why did she call us old school? So a 12-week ultrasound can help you determine your estimated due date, how many fetuses there are, the heartbeat, the placenta position, and it illustrates some basic anatomy of your baby. If you've been paying attention, you will remember that we already found all of this out at our 8-week ultrasound. However, there's one more thing the 12-week ultrasound can do. Genetic screening. How is the genetic screening done? Well, part of it comes from the scan itself, but the other part comes from a placenta sample. A sample of cells from the mother's placenta is extracted with a needle inserted into the mother's uterus. The needle can be inserted into your abdomen or your vagina depending on what your doctor thinks is best. After I heard about the needle situation, I was a hard no on this. We didn't do the blood test that could scan me or my husband for potential abnormalities that could be passed down to our baby, and I definitely wasn't going to let them stick a needle in my uterus for a sample of my placenta. I mean, that just sounds horrifying and dangerous to me. If I'd just gotten the ultrasound at 12 weeks, they could have measured the thickness of my baby's neck to judge the likelihood of Down syndrome, but I didn't want that either. For one thing, I am wary of the radiation that ultrasounds emit, so I am choosing to limit them as much as possible. And for another thing, I don't need to know if our baby has Down syndrome right now. I am having this baby no matter what. I am staunchly pro-life, and abortion has always been off the table for me. I was actually shocked and appalled to recently learn that 98% of pregnancies determined to be at risk for Down syndrome are terminated. In many states, you could still terminate your pregnancy after this 12-week scan, but that would never, ever be my choice. With all that aside, there is also no medical need to do any of these things. That's why my doctor didn't mind me opting out, but I guess I'm in the minority since she called me old-fashioned. She can call me what she wants, and I would have put up a fight if she had pushed me. The only thing I miss out on from skipping all this is knowing the sex of the baby. Apparently, the anatomy at 12 weeks can reveal the sex, but only at about 80% accuracy. Even though I'm anxious to know the sex, I wasn't going to endure all that other stuff just to find out, when I could wait 8 more weeks and get a more accurate reading. The anatomy at 20 weeks is far more developed, and the 20-week ultrasound goes over that anatomy in great detail. Potential birth defects will also show up more clearly at that time, so I will end up knowing if anything's abnormal well before I give birth. I am more than happy to wait a little while longer. I can dodge everyone's questions and quiet my own mind in the meantime. What do y'all think about all this? Did you know anything about 12-week ultrasounds before this video? What choice would you make, or did you make? I'm not here to judge or shame anyone who chooses differently than me. I am here to inform and give an alternative to what is presented as the normal thing to do. In my experience, there's almost always another way, but sometimes you don't know until you ask a few questions or pump the brakes a bit. Go off in the comments, and I'll talk to you next time.